Hey everybody, Mike here with Backpacking TV. For the past year, I've been working as the host of our TV show, Epic Trails, traveling around the world to some of the coolest locations. And today, we are going to talk about backpacking and 5 tips for people out there who have never gone backpacking before. I get to do some cool stuff. I get to go to some cool places, and when I'm doing this YouTube channel, sometimes I find myself talking about advanced, expensive, really cool top-of-the-line gear, and that's all well and good, but sometimes I like to dial it back. I like to remember, oh hey Kat, I always love it when she joins me. I like to remember that a large amount of people who have an interest in backpacking, going out into the woods and camping for a night or two, haven't actually done it. I'm kind of surprised. Having this job, I have people tell me that a lot. People who are very sporty, very outdoorsy. People who I thought, have probably been backpacking. They're like, oh, I've never ever been. And I've always wanted to. And oftentimes it's like the same issues that they have. Issues concerning gear. They don't really know the right place to go. And that's why I want to make this video. I want to cover some of the basics, and I definitely, especially want to cover gear, because that's the big sticking point for people who want to go backpacking but don't. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to gear is analysis paralysis. I think this hits a lot of people pretty hard. You hop on YouTube and you see it in the thumbnails. Oh, you have to have this. I'll never bring this again. Here's the fun thing about it. You don't have to have the most top-of-the-line equipment. You do have to have the essentials. And in this video, I'm not going to go over all of the essentials, because why would I when this exists? So this is a list that I personally use every single time I go camping, whether it's for fun or whether it's for the show. I always check this list because guess what? People forget stuff all the time, especially me. You don't have to have the most expensive, fanciest stuff to go, but having these items at the very least on this list means you're set. Okay, so while I'm not going to tell you the exact brands to bring with you, what I will tell you is how to pack your backpack to make it as comfortable as possible, because there is a way. We've got my oldest, cheapest backpack here, old reliable. The idea is that when you're packing a bag, you want to make sure to put your big, bulky items that you're not going to need on the trail at the very bottom of the bag. Think your sleeping bag, your mattress pad, stuff like that. Then on top of that, you're going to put your heavier items. You're going to put your tent, you're going to put your food bag, food canister, stuff that you're not really going to need to break out on the trail that is a bit denser and heavier. And you're going to want to put that towards your back. You kind of want this up against your spine. And the reason for that is if it's further away from your back, if your heavy stuff is like out here, then it's gonna kind of pull you this way. You don't want that. You want the most supportive part of your body, your back, to be supporting the heaviest part of your kit. In front of that, towards the outside of your bag, that's where you're gonna want your clothes, things that you're gonna need for the campsite that you don't necessarily need to break out on the spot. And then on top of that, you can put some goodies, some gear, some snacks, things that you will be accessing on the trail. So let me show you what I mean. Sleeping bag down here at the bottom. That's always a good place to start. We're going to put the sleeping pad down there as well. On top of that, and right up against your back, we're going to put the tent. We're also going to put our food right beside that. And then in front of that, we're going to try to put our clothes. Oh yeah, see how those fit on the outside? These clothes here are in a... Look at that, we got another cat. This is the neighborhood cat. They just love me today, don't they? Oh, bye. Maybe not. So that's obviously not everything, but some of your bigger, bulkier items that you need to pack around, that's where they can go. On top of this, specifically in these fun pouches up here on top, that's where I like to put my snacks. My granola bars, as well as things that I might need in a pinch, my headlamp, sunscreen, wherever that went. It's already in there. Yeah, you get the idea. And those are the basics. That's not too complicated, is it? Next up, I want to talk about picking the right spot. I think people kind of get it in their heads that they need to go out on these long trails and they need to have these super tough days. They need to get out there and have this crazy rugged adventure. No, if you're going for the very first time, I highly recommend you pick a spot that you know and that is easy to get to. I'm talking like 5 miles tops, okay? You wanna go and you wanna get used to this. Don't throw yourself in the deep end right off the bat. There's no need to do that. There's no pressure. What matters most is that you have fun and that you're safe. So think about a good day hiking spot that you like to go to. Now check and see if there's a place where you can camp near that day hiking spot. So I'll give you an example. For me, that was at a place called Carver's Gap. Whenever I hiked there as a kid, we would go out on the balds, these mountains where no trees grew on the top, and we would look out and just have really fun day hikes with these incredible views all around us. And it turns out there were multiple places near there where camping was permitted. There are good resources out there to help you find the perfect spot. Check Reddit. If you're ever on there, there's all sorts of good hiking and backpacking communities for specific places all over the world. If you live in a specific spot, there's probably a subreddit where people who live in that spot talk about their favorite places to go camping. If it's a place that you've never been before, go check it out first. Do a little day hike out there. Find the spot that you're gonna camp at and scope it out. And then you go backpacking. You don't need to go on some massive adventure on your very first time out. Next up is go with somebody. I think people who are kind of scared about going backpacking for the first time might be scared of the whole loneliness aspect of it. You don't have to go alone. Go with a trusted friend, ideally somebody that's been backpacking before, but even if not, maybe they're interested too. I think most people are interested in going out and camping. Most people. So find a good buddy that wants to go out there with you. And this is important. I think this is like crucial to you having a good time. It can get a little bit slow when you're out there. If you set up camp at the right time and the sun's not even all the way down yet, by the time you're comfy cozy, you've already had dinner, then things might be a little slow. Things could even be a little bit boring, and you don't want that. You want to have a good time. You want to sit around a campfire, or at the very least a camp stove, depending on where you are. It's really one of like the simplest, most fun, relaxing things you can do in life is to just kind of like sit around a campfire with a buddy and watch the sun go down. Also, it's kind of good to have an accountability buddy, somebody that you maybe text them, hey, I want to go backpacking. Now there's no way out of it for you. Now you gotta do it. Next up is leaving early so you can get set up before the sun goes down. It super stinks, especially on your first trip, to be fumbling with equipment that maybe you're a little bit unfamiliar with after dark. You've just got the light of your headlamp, you've got the light of your flashlight. You can't see where you're setting your tent up. You accidentally set it up on a rock. You got the poles mixed up. You got to take it down. You got to do it all again. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you get to where you're going and you're set up and comfy cozy. And ideally, you've had your dinner and all your snacks before that sun goes down and it gets dark. It helps to familiarize yourself with your setting, with your campsite, organize your gear in such a way that you can quickly and easily find it in your tent in the dark after the sun goes down. And then as that sun drifts down over the ridge line, you'll be set up, you'll know where everything is, you'll be comfy, you'll be happy. Great. And again, this goes back to the 5 miles or less number that I just made up. If you've got a short trip, then little delays, even if they slow you down, they won't keep you out past sunset. And lastly, this is gonna make the ultralight crowd mad. Overpack. Overpack. We've already decided that you're going to a known location. We've already decided that you're not going very far. You might as well overpack. Don't stress about keeping your equipment as light as possible. Pack your stuff up in a bag, put it on your back, make sure it's relatively comfortable, and make sure you can walk for a while with it. And make sure that you have way more than you need, especially more water. If you watch this channel, you hear me say that all the time. Water, water, water. You need more water than you think you do. You need more food than you think you do. You need more snacks than you think you do. Bring a ton. And if you've got a bunch left over, then you know for next time, okay, maybe I can whittle this down just a little bit. But for your first time, honestly, you might as well just overload to ensure maximum comfort because you want to have fun, okay? This isn't Bear Grylls. This isn't Survivor Man. You're going off to have fun. Bring books. Bring a Frisbee to toss with your friend. Like, that's fun, right? You want to go out there and you want to have fun. Bring one of those little Nerf footballs that don't weigh anything and you can kind of crush them down a little bit. That's fun. I've seen people do that. There's nothing wrong with packing to have more fun. So I highly, highly, highly recommend all you first timers out there, bring the fun stuff. Leave the Nintendo Switch at home, but bring fun stuff. Nothing against Nintendo Switches. I love them. But you know, it's eh. Anyways, that's it for this one. If you're about to go backpacking for the very first time, let me know down here in the comments. And then maybe when you're done, come back and tell me what you thought of it. Tell me if you had a good time. If you had a bad time, don't tell me, because I don't want to feel any responsibility. And until next time, I'm Mike with Backpacking TV, and I'll catch y'all later.